Okay, so today I wanted to talk.
Yo, Mike, what the fuck you doing? I told you no more sad bedroom vlogs.
Okay.
Mike's Vlog. It's so nice. Mike's Vlog. It's nice. Mike's Vlog. Mike's Vlog.
Welcome back to Mike's First Time Baking. Nah, just kidding. Shout out Sean's First Time Eating, which is on the Hey Sean Ely YouTube channel. It's my favorite show of 2022, even though the channel's been around many years, and I think that started last year, the whole thing, but best show of 2022. Got it. Go watch it. All right, so we are doing a first time baking thing. I've never really baked before. I obviously bake pizza and shit, and I've used an oven. I'm not an idiot. But I've never really cooked a cake or brownies or cookies or anything, or pie. You know, I've never really done that. And if I would have, it would have been just, you know, from a box or something. So I'm going to try to bake brownies from scratch. And we've all baked brownies before.
You farted. Somebody's baking brownies.
So, first place I went to look, obviously, was Binging with Babish, right? He is like the end-all be-all of cooking on YouTube. And, spoiler alert, he had too many different kinds of recipes, too many different... I was like, this is confusing, it's not for the same... And he's got stand mixers and shit, and I'm like, I don't have any of that fucking shit. So, I kind of went online, which... Don't go online looking for recipes. Why are they're just still hacking, you know, moms and people are looking to cook with just fucking pop-up ads. I thought pop-up ads were done. I thought we killed them, we beat them. Thanks, Obama. Like, what the fuck?
Thanks, Obama!
So I kind of melded some different recipes that I came across and tried to find the closest to, like, the size that I needed, but I'm not going to follow any one direction.
You don't know, you don't know you're beautiful.
In anything that I do, right? Like, when I cook, it's freestyle. I'm just kind of to taste, mixing it up and stuff. Because that's how it is. And I heard with baking, you need to follow it precisely. Or else you fucking ruin it. So let's see if I ruin it. If I ruin it, who cares? I mean, then I'm just out some eggs and some sugar and shit. Like, whatever, dude. I'll go buy more eggs. You know, it's not the end of the world. So... some of the stuff has been sitting around in the cabinet for way too long. That's probably expired. I don't check on, like, powders and shit, like, whether or not that expired. Who cares? Who knows? So, we're going for it anyways. I don't know where to start. You know, that's the one thing I didn't want to look at. Is, like, where do you go? With, you know, making flour and making dough, you start off with, you know, your dries and wets, and we do it like that. I got not that much wet here, to be honest with you. Not enough where I feel confident that this is going to just be nothing but dry. Plus, I have a full stick of butter. Like, what the fuck am I going to do with it? Like, how is this going to turn into something? That doesn't make... I'm going to fucking punch it or something? I don't know. We're going to try. We are going to try. First, we're sponsored today. We're not sponsored, but I'm just drinking LaCroix. LaCroix is delicious. Peach Bear, right there. Alright, I'm going to start with the butter. I think you got to beat the shit out of the butter. You can't just throw butter in later on and expect it to be, you know, fine. I had this little extra chunk, so I threw the extra chunk in there. I don't know, it's kind of sliming around, but whatever. Alright, I don't know what to do next. Let's try, sugar seems lighter. Flour's got to go last. Flour definitely has to go last. So this is, I think it's like 2/3 a cup of sugar. I've got cocoa as well. I've got big whiskey. This is whiskey. I mean, this is not going to do it. I don't think this is... I need a hammer or something to get this going. Actually, it's not that bad. Wow. All right. It's going to take like 3 hours. We're going to have to do some fast forwarding as I chunk through this stuff. This is not working at all. I'm trying to switch to this to fold in the butter, but, you know...
He folds it in.
I mean, you know what would have been nice? If I would have had a microwave still and didn't catch on fire. And, well, I could have just warmed this butter up a little bit. You know? Like, just... Butter's too hard, for sure. You gotta... Is there soft butter? Is that a thing? No, I think you just churn it, right? You churn butter.
After about 25 minutes of churning, the butter was beginning to separate from the milk.
Okay, none of the three of these things has worked at all. This is just buttery sugar at this point, which was my nickname in high school.
Turtle meat, that was my nickname in high school.
Next, this needs to be like fluffier and stuff before we get the eggs and the flour in there. It's got to be, I think cocoa. We're going cocoa because this looks light, and I've never used cocoa butter before. I wanted to do a spoon of it, like the cinnamon challenge, and I thought, I know I can't do that. I'm gonna barf it up. I couldn't even do the cinnamon challenge.
This is a cinnamon challenge.
Back to the grind. This would be easier with one of those things. Those things are fucking hundreds of dollars. I feel like everyone just like sucks its dick, but I guess if you're baking anything ever, it's worth it, because this absolutely blows. Who knew? This is not mixing at fucking all. I'm going to throw in the baking powder, the salts, like a half teaspoon each. One recipe I saw had vanilla, and I was like, sure, why would I not put vanilla? Why isn't there vanilla in every one? Only in one recipe out of like 9 of them, so I don't know. Dumb. That's the only wets we have in here. We need more wets, but let's try and mix it up a little. Yeah, it's not working at all. We're gonna have to go for it. Let's just put some of the egg in. We'll start with some of it, and then we'll like get more, because we need some wets. I got 2 eggs going in here. They're just, that's not working. Get down, dude. You're embarrassing yourself. Let's try and get some more of that egg in here. There we go. That's less embarrassing. The eggs help significantly. Hear that noise?
That's what good pussy sounds like.
Got him, Miss fucking Vine. Another egg. And the rest of the other half of one. More wets. Okay, it's really slopping now. I feel like the little one was doing better than the big one. I don't know. Switch to the tiny whisk. Once we got some wets on that sugar, it really, really melted, and the butter just stopped being a little bitch like it was being. Good old buttery sugar. Okay, I think we're ready for the flour, the last ingredient. This is like only a half a cup, so hopefully it doesn't just fuck me again and just turn into bullshit. We'll see. We shall see. It's looking dry.
People up there are hot and dry. They want something cold and wet.
The whole time you've been watching this, you've been thinking, isn't this angle weird? Like, it's pretty dumb. Wouldn't it be easier if it was straightforward, like he had an island? Wouldn't it be easier if we all had a fucking island?
I'm a just island boy. I'm a just island boy.
You know, that's never gonna get old. Alright, we're almost done, I think. I just kind of want to get this to a consistency where I go, I don't know, could be ready. I don't fucking know. Ooh, now the obligatory taste to the spoon, aka tiny whisk. You can't really get anything out of here. Too much piss. I don't know. It actually doesn't taste that great right now, so that's probably going to be a sign of something to come. There's a little foreshadowing for you.
That's called foreshadowing.
Welp, like the true moron I am, I wasn't recording the last part. So, I took the stuff that was in here and I just put it inside a pan. Then I lined with aluminum foil. Then I made some bad joke about everyone in grade school having that one kid that would chew aluminum foil. And you're like, haha, and you laughed a lot. And then I licked the other spatula after I did that, and I said, ooh, this is the good looking spoon. Then I made another bad joke about butter again, because I had butter on me, and now I just got more shit on my hands. And I would grab my butt towel, and I talked to you about butt towels for like way too long, about how I fish and I use a butt towel. At work I'm using a butt towel. I'm even filming my coworkers' butts, telling them like, hey, God. And it got weird for a minute. And then of course when you're at home cooking, you're using butt towels. Too much butt towel talk. You glad that you missed those jokes. You didn't miss anything important. The important part is the oven is preheated because, you know, I wasn't recording that part. And it's in here, ready to go. It looks all right. It looks not bad, right? I don't know. We'll see. Let's toss it in. And at least you got to skip all that bad jokes. So while this was in the oven, I was putting things away. And I saw in the Hershey's Cocoa thing, they had a recipe for like chocolate cake on there, and that would have been easier just to try and follow that. I don't know why I fucked up. And also, they had a recipe for icing, chocolate icing. So I'm going to make that recipe for the fucking icing. It's not to the scale, again, this fucking scale, but I'll just sit around eating icing afterwards, right? Or we'll figure that part out. But brownies do taste better if they've got some nice, you know, icing on them. So let's fucking do it. Let's whip this together real quick. First thing I noticed, which was a real problem, was like 3 cups of powdered sugar. I'm like, this is fucking poison. You can't do this. Also, use them in the same bowls. Use the same dirty bowls whenever possible, unless you're a bitch.
You're a bitch.
Okay. There's that. I don't know. Again, we don't know the order. And I'm not fucking around with this whole dries and wets again. That was bullshit. Another stick of butter. So we've got a lot of sticks of butter into this so far. Butter's good for you, I think. Here, finally we're using some milk. Finally something I can really get behind. Milk.
Milk. It does a body good.
More cocoa powder, which you can't have enough. And more vanilla. I mean, it's basically very similar, except for with flour, than the other stuff. Which is that even legal? Should that even be a thing? I don't know. We're gonna get that other thing out of here. Oh, it is dirty. We gotta wash it.
They need to wash their ass.
Fucking butter, am I right? It's too hard all the time, and the microwave blew up. God damn it. Remember the old days when you just had your butter and it just never went in the fridge because you didn't have a fridge, and you just milked the cow and then, you know, the butter went raw and your kid died of dysentery? Either way, God, those were simpler times. Okay, I'm starting to look very muddy right now. Wet, wet mud.
Us into the mud. No coffin, please. Just wet, wet mud. Bay.
It is working though. It is seem to be working. Butter's not. Butter's still too hot. Butter's still weird. You could just see chunks of butter and they're not doing anything. You imagine you just bite into a cake and you just see like a fucking little stick of butter. You're like, what? What? Who the? This is a prank? What are you doing? Well, that prank is about to happen. I shouldn't be like shaking the shit of this on here when I have something baking right underneath there, right? Like that. At no point in my brain did I think of that. Maybe move over to here. Just don't think, Mike. You don't think. You don't think.
Don't know because you don't think. That's why. You don't think. You never figured out how to think.
Just pulled it out. Oh, looks perfect. A little sticky knot. No, that looks pretty good. All right. Uh-oh. Is it too hot to do this? You should wait for it to cool down, probably. Oh my god, it's like melting it. Yeah, I gotta wait for it to cool down. This was a bad idea. Let's give it a whirl. Let's see how it goes. This piece looks good. It looks dense, not too dense. Hopefully it's fudgy. We'll find out. This is perfect. Wow. I didn't know it was so easy to make brownies. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're done here.
Dude, you're not hitting me in my balls.
No one's hitting you in the balls.
You're not poking me in the face with a fucking pen.
No one's poking you in the face with a pen.
Am I giving me any pain?
No, zero pain. I just need your palm. Just
Are you gonna spit in it?
No, no one's spitting. You want to be in the Pen 15 club. So it's a very simple club. Pen 15. Now you're in the Pen 15 club.
You said fen.
You can't read.
Oh, penis?
You're an idiot.
Stupid.
I can't believe you never heard of that
How
before.
have you never heard of that? Do you not go to grade school?
Did you can't even spell right. It's fen 15.
It's pen.
Okay.
Now you got penis on your
Spit
face.
my
So
ass.
you said you're gonna spit.
You
so what
spit
you're
on his
saying-
penis?